We live in an environment nowadays where it's just so easy to find comfort. There are so many things around you. If it's the TV, the computer, the phone, the food, it's so damn easy to get distracted and to increase friction to things that are actually meaningful to you, right? And friction is a key word here because what your brain is constantly doing is evaluating. It's comparing the friction of one thing to the friction of another. It's basically looking at the ratio between immediate reward and immediate cost. And for all the things, right, that are considered to be productive, the immediate cost is just higher than the immediate reward. And with all the things that you can just so easily do, the immediate reward is higher than the immediate cost, which is why you end up doing it, which is why you end up choosing them every single time. There's actually a study done by Harvard. I'm probably going to make a more in-depth video on this study on my other YouTube channel, but it proves this. It basically proves that your brain is designed to make you fail. Well, at least in today's current environment. You see, back then, when we were still beings who try to survive every day, going for the most attractive option in the moment was very likely the best possible option, right? If you had the ability to sleep at this house here, instead of just running for another or walking for another couple hundred miles, well, you would choose, of course, the option to sleep at the house here. But nowadays, it's not you deciding anymore between something that's going to keep you alive or something that's going to perhaps make you die, but rather between, am I going to go on my phone or am I going to do something good for my life? Am I going to eat junk food or am I going to exercise? Am I going to read a book or am I going to doom scroll? Right? These are the things that our brain is now evaluating, and it's not designed to evaluate these kind of things, which is why almost every single time we end up failing. And you saw the title, you hate being productive. That's why you don't do it. You may not tell yourself that you hate being productive, but that's what your brain is doing that's what your brain is telling you every single time, because every single time it's deciding to do the more attractive thing. It's telling you what matters more. It's telling you what it likes, or not what it likes. There's a huge difference between liking and wanting. It's telling you what it wants and what it not wants. And even though you may like one thing, if your brain does not want it, you're not gonna get it. So the only way how to stop your brain from not wanting to do productive things is by either reducing the immediate cost or increasing the immediate reward. Either you add micro goals, you make the so hard tasks all of a sudden more accessible and therefore more immediately rewarding. You reduce the immediate cost by making sure it's something safe to do. Right? There are so many different ways how you can do this, but I think you understand the basic principle. It's about eliminating friction and increasing friction for the other opportunities so that your brain doesn't end up choosing them every single damn time, right? You see, I could go into all the different methods how you could do this, but to be honest, just ask any AI model. Or, Google it. If you're not a fan of AI, then end up Googling it. Just say, how can I increase friction in these activities and how can I reduce friction in those activities? It takes 10 minutes and your life could change. And this has been hard for me because I used to be somebody. For example, when I used to go to the toilet, I used to just go on my phone, go on social media. Now I use language learning apps and study vocabulary because I want to expand the pile of words that I have at my disposal when I speak. For example, on these videos. Instead of at night watching a YouTube video for half an hour, I read for half an hour. Why? Well, I turn my computer off. I make sure that it's not as easily accessible. I put the book right on my night table. So that's the first thing I see when I go into my bed. Let me take you back to this whole wanting versus liking thing. You may like the idea of being productive, right? You jerk off to it a million times. But wanting it, that's a whole different story. You may like the idea of being successful, of being rich. You may like the idea of being that top 1% individual, but I can tell you, you hate the process that it takes to get there. You know what similar comparisons are from other areas of life? For example, if you want to get a pet. If you want a dog, make sure to want to be in those moments with your dog when your dog is throwing up or having fucking diarrhea. If you want that one partner, be able to be there in those moments where they're having an absolutely shitty day and getting mad at you and really showing that side of you that you maybe find a little bit disgusting. If you want to be a content creator on Instagram, TikTok, or YouTube, be ready to post 100, not yet 200 videos and see them all not perform well. If you like that process, to believe me, these processes are very hard to enjoy. How is producing 100 videos and not seeing any of them perform enjoyable? It's a fucking humiliation ritual, right? In the worst case scenario, some of your friends from high school or older friends, people who you don't know that much anymore, see you and start making fun of you. Oh yeah. So ask yourself the question, do you really want to be productive? Do you really want to be the best version of yourself? Or do you just like the title of it and actually hate the process? You can let me know. I had to deal with this for a very long time, and to be honest, I'm still dealing with it. And that's why I'm telling myself, just produce as many videos each day as you can. Put in so much effort that it would be unreasonable for you to fail. I think Alex Hormozy said this. I'm pretty sure he said it. You can let me know if I'm wrong there. But no, I'm pretty sure that it was him who said that quote. And to be honest, I agree with him on that. Yes, there are limits, right? You do have to sleep. You do have to meditate to some extent. I would even argue that you have to get more sleep and more meditation if you actually want to focus properly. But I digress, right? You get the point. Anyway, I wish you the best evening, day, whenever you're watching this. And the only thing I can say is keep chasing your dreams. And we'll see each other soon. Anyway, peace.